Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast. You've got the In Wheel Time car talk show coming up. It's Fireman Jack Jackie Hanson here to talk about the upcoming Lone Star Street Rod Association State Run. Yeah, he's involved in that too.
Yep.
Jeff has an interesting story on Pininfarina, and Mars reviews the new Buick Envista. That more just ahead on the In Wheel Time car talk show. Howdy, along with Mike out of this world, Mars. We always need more Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us today. David Ainsley will be joining us next week at Gulf Coast Auto Shield in our remote
broadcast. He better. We're just going to come get him.
I know. It's been a while.
It has.
I think that last time we saw him was we had our little George Skelton Christmas.
Yeah, we had our soiree.
A soiree, yeah. Mm-hmm. And George, if you're listening, thank you very much for all of the generosity you've thrown our way this year. It's always good to have an old friend here at the show. And I also want to thank your friend,
Bruce West.
Bruce West, who sent a 2001 Corvette buyer's guide.
Brochure type, yeah.
Mm-hmm, that you would get at the dealership to try to help sell the Corvette in 2001. And how much I appreciate that. It's very nice, and we sure hope that you're feeling better, Bruce, and we're on your side, buddy.
Thank you, Bruce.
Yes, very much so. All right, let's go.
Where are we going? We're going to Jackie?
Apparently Jackie's video is having a little bit of an issue, but it looks like we got him by audio.
But you have to understand something. He lives somewhere that nobody knows where that is. Thank goodness for GPS.
And breadcrumbs.
Corn.
The long way.
The long way. That's right. The long way. Because does anybody know where Cat Springs, Texas is? Jeff and I
Jack
do.
does.
And Jackie does. Well, Jackie Hanson, we hope that you can hear us, and we're not making fun.
I'm trying to get him something here.
Okay.
We're not trying to make fun of where he lives. It's just that it is out there.
It's a boogie.
Yeah, it's a ways out there. And to get out there, you go out I-10 past Sealy, and then you take a road that goes north. Mm-hmm. And that's the best that I can tell you.
It's like it was like 50 miles, like 50 mile one way. Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Well, not off of I-10.
No, it's total from house to house,
yes.
50 miles.
Yeah, it took us an hour to get out there.
Nice area, beautiful area.
Yeah.
Good country. It's just a little distance.
And I wonder if they have cats out there, because it is Cat Springs.
Well,
is it Cats Springs or Cat Springs?
Cat. I think. Well, cat.
Cat
singular.
Springs. Singular. Yeah. Okay.
I would believe. It's the way. Yeah.
Right. Well, at any rate, while we're waiting for Jackie, if he has to be in Cat Springs, that's why we can't get him, because there is no cell service out there. You're lucky if you can do cup and string.
Well, okay.
So a couple of recalls for you. Ford F-150 Lightning, 23 to 24. Loss of steering from front control arm separation.
Ooh.
Martha?
Those are two things you don't want to separate.
No. Martha, I think that something's happened to the front suspension here. We're sitting on the ground.
Martha went right and I went left.
Yep. Also, missing seat mounting bolts.
What?
As you press on the accelerator pedal, you wind up in the back seat.
Wow.
On the Kia EV9 for 24 and 25.
And you got the EV Kia what? 4?
I got the K4.
K4.
Uh-huh. And I'm telling you, it's pretty cool. It's a great looking car.
Did you check for bolts?
I did not.
Okay.
I didn't look under the seats, but there's that. I will tell you that some of the cars that I get are pretty interesting. And I had not heard of the K4. As much as I got the ear to the ground on all the new cars, I'd not heard of it.
Especially EVs.
And so when they emailed me and said, we're bringing you the K4, I'm thinking, I don't know what a K4 is. I'll go out there and see it when I see it. Go out there, I'm thinking, it's a four-door sedan. It's not an EV because it doesn't have that big door to plug it in.
Yeah.
And it's got a 2-liter little 4-cylinder engine in it. It's not real fast, but it's not what it's about. It's about the price. And this one here is loaded up at $25,000. I think you can get in one for $21,000.
I'm interested when you do the review on what it's comparable to. You don't have to spoil it or anything, but
no,
it's strictly a 4-cylinder turbo.
Yeah. And when I do the comparisons, I try to keep the prices together. So what else could you get for $25,000?
You can get the Envista.
Can you?
The Buick Envista is like to start the base is $25,000.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So there are some cars out there that you don't have to pay $45,000.
And look who's got the Envista coming up.
Oh,
see there, good lead in, Michael.
Is it $25,000?
Pretty close.
Base on it, yes, a little bit less actually.
There you go.
Huh.
There you go. See, I know my Buicks. Wouldn't you really rather have a Buick? Just saying.
You're showing your age.
I know.
A lot. Wouldn't you?
Me
really
and Dinah Shore going through the.
That would be see the USA in your Chevrolet.
Yeah.
And what was the one for Oldsmobile? This is not your father's Oldsmobile?
Something like that.
Or grandpa's Oldsmobile?
Yeah, I have to think about that.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'm sure my cousin Doug out there is listening, so he'll probably know. Yeah.
Why? Is Doug an Olds guy?
Yeah, well, no, he's just a car guy.
Okay.
He would know.
Yeah.
He had a GTO or Le Mans Tempest, something in that nature. Hot rod guy.
I have to tell you that, when you click on these old commercials every once in a while on Facebook, then you start getting more of them.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
And then you get focused on, wow, that was cool. And I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. And I ask Leslie, because I send her all of these reels.
Poor Leslie.
I know. I torture her with the reels. But there's also some commercials in there, car commercials, that are pretty cool, too.
But see, we remember the old commercials and the nostalgia things. And what do you have today to remember? 3 cars doing the crab walk on an icy road that's all choreographed, and you got a dog running slow motion through the snow and all that, and those aren't memorable. Those are stupid, in my opinion.
Okay,
I don't like them.
All right,
change them.
So I guess that your application to the advertising marketing firm is
out the door.
It's out the door.
That's done.
Well, look who's finally decided to show
Wake up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Jackie Hanson, Fireman Jack, as some
He's all
people
bundled
refer
up.
to him. Are you outside? Are you in the shop? Where are you?
Cave.
Jackie, can you hear us?
Apparently not.
Oh.
Well, I have done nothing over here for him not to hear us, but that ain't my problem. So whenever you get that worked out, just let me know, okay?
Gotcha.
I wanted to bring up the fact that we've got some really cold temperatures coming our way. Mm-hmm. And if you have a car that sits outside, I really don't think that you're going to have to worry too much about a busted block, because it's supposed to touch about 30, 32 degrees for a couple of hours.
On the cusp.
Yeah, on the cusp. But it's kind of a wake-up call, so to speak, to have your antifreeze checked. If you're one of those kind of people that really don't pay much attention to that sort of stuff, they make a real, very simple, very cheap little thing that it's about that big, and it kind of looks like a mini version of a turkey baster.
Yeah.
And it's got 4 balls in it, and you look at the ball color on the chart, and it basically will give you obviously a variable, but it gets you pretty close to how low your antifreeze is good for.
And when they get to the blue one, then it's really cold.
Thank you.
And it's like the pool. When you do the stuff in the pool, you check the water in the pool for all that.
Yeah. So that means that you have to open up your radiator water supply thing.
And we talked about that a couple weeks ago for getting your vehicle ready for the winter. And Don's right. You got to get it done.
Well, I mean, you don't want to. If your car is teetering on the edge of whether or not
age.
And whether you've had even opened the hood the last year.
Have you ever pulled a thermostat for the winter on your car?
No, I never did that. You?
Once, yeah.
Why?
Well, just because we could.
Because you could. You were what, 18?
Teenagers.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
Let's do that.
Yeah. Let's do that.
That ain't so easy to do nowadays.
I put a freeze plug in a side left side of a 350 motor in January.
What a total pain that is.
Oh, tell me about it.
And your hands are cold and you're under there with the hammer.
I put headers on a car in the middle of the winter in an unheated garage.
Oh, God. In Detroit?
Yeah. My mother-in-law's house.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. That was fun.
Did the garage have a concrete floor? Or was it
concrete,
gravel?
dirty, no
because
light.
in Wisconsin, in my era, most of the garages didn't have a concrete floor.
And you had the trouble light. You had to hang, and it was always facing the wrong way, and you're
right
busting
in your eyes.
Knuckles, and
we had rocks. I don't know why those crushed rock
pebbles. Yeah.
No, these were crushed. This was crushed rock that was in the garage. Dirty, nasty.
Oh yeah,
and
cold.
And very cold because the dirt was frozen.
And then you fire it up, and you the cable, the negative cable from the starter was laying on the header. It melted. You got to redo all. It's just but it was cool when you had it.
Don't do that stuff anymore.
No.
I mean,
I'm too old to do that. I can't get on crawling around a car. No.
Well, I can, but I can't on the Corvette because it's too low to the ground.
No, you can't do that. Yeah.
I can't even use those hydraulic jacks that you slide under the side and use a little electric motor and it pumps it up. It don't fit under there.
Oh yeah, because you're on your vet. No, I agree.
So
we got Jackie.
Well, I can see him, and it says he's unmuted, but I don't think he can hear us yet.
Jackie, can you hear us? No.
Hold up the sign, Jackie.
So he can see that he's waving.
Put him up there. Put him up there, Jeff. This is what we're looking at. While he doesn't have any clue that we're even talking about him. He's looking at his phone with these texts that Mars is sending him. Well, I don't know what I'm doing out here.
We love you, Jackie.
Yeah, we do. And since this is all a big mess, we can make fun of you, and you can't even hear us. So.
That's right. You can't talk back.
Okay. There was something else that I wanted to bring up. What you need in your garage. Most tools in a DIY garage.
Oh, you had sent that to me, and I didn't really plug it into anything recent.
Most tools in a DIY garage are permanent items, your socket set, floor jack, not need a replacement every few uses. However, tackling a project regularly, some of the things you might need, a tub of chassis grease.
Oh, yeah.
I've got a tub of grease in that cabinet right there.
From when you had your Edsel.
I was waiting for you to see your Model T.
Yeah, something like that.
Do you have a tub of grease in the garage, Morris?
Not anymore.
You threw it out.
Yep.
Got one in the kitchen called Crisco.
Crisco. That'd be one of those that would.
It's a cooking
you'd have to,
oil.
Right, but you'd have to really worry about the rats and stuff eating it away.
So is the grease the red bearing grease, or is it the black grease or the rear end dope?
No, it's dark grease.
Grease.
Yeah, that you'd slather. You used to pack bearings with.
Yeah,
well, bearing grease is red, isn't it?
No.
Oh.
No, it's almost a green.
Okay.
Well, kind of.
Kind of a really dark, oily green.
How about a medium strength thread locker? Do you got any of that in your tool chest? Medium strength. So it'll hold the threads, keep the thing in there, but it's not so tough that you're going to break the head off of it when you want to undo it. Medium strength. How about dielectric grease?
Got some.
You got some of that?
Yes, I got a tube of that.
WD-40 and penetrating oil.
Yeah, all that. Graphite, too. Yeah.
Yeah. How about starting fluid?
I probably need to get a can, but I haven't. Occasionally, I'll use it on the mower if just seasonal changes for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Am I even talking to you? You threw all that stuff out.
No. I've still got like the starter fluid. I use that because, like Jeff said, if it's a month, 2 months, sometimes before.
Hairspray works pretty good too, but
I know
it kind of gums things up.
I never tried hairspray.
Tell me about it.
Anything in an aerosol can, generally speaking, it will fire right up, so to speak.
I'll be darned.
How about white lithium grease?
I do. I've got
some of that.
Yep, got a small can of that.
Okay, what do you use lithium grease for?
Last time I used it, I think was for lubricating a hinge or something like that.
Yeah. I use it on my garage door.
Door handles, dash parts and hinges, with white lithium grease.
Yeah.
carburetor cleaner. Do we even
Yep.
have any carburetors
That's
anymore?
kind of a universal thing.
Yeah, but that's a really good cleaner, though.
It's for hands.
It's almost as good as brake
Or
just brake
gasoline. I've been known to wash my hands in gasoline.
Not in a
yeah.
long time.
It's been a long time.
Then you dry it
Wax
out.
and grease remover.
That's what gasoline is. Isn't
No, well, yeah, it is, but that's not what wax and grease remover is.
Well, you got a degreaser you can put on your engine, but not. For
No. It's a wax and grease remover.
I don't know about that.
If you sanded down a part or just clean something up that you want to put a fresh coat of paint on, even a quick wipe down with a good wax and grease remover will leave the surface ready for paint. Brake cleaner.
Oh, yeah.
My God. We use brake cleaner for everything.
I love brake cleaner.
Yeah. In
It's
the
just
aerosol can.
Drop a couple down the carburetor to clean it out, smoke it. Brake cleaner,
We use transmission fluid.
transmission fluid, same thing, and then you can put it on your tires to make them dark.
Problem with transmission
tried
fluid,
that.
But
now
it's
they have
nasty.
catalytic converters and it really
Yeah.
screw up the catalytic converter.
Well,
blow
but
it
you
out.
don't have
You're gonna-
carburetors to pour it down either
That's
too
true.
much.
Engine degreaser, we just
Yeah, we
talked
talked
about
about
that. Glass cleaner, got some up there.
Plenty,
Interior cleaner, got that up
plenty.
there too.
Little
Yeah.
a vinyl cleaner and
Yeah.
detailer.
Yep. So those are just some of the things that you might want to have in your supply of stuff for
In
the
your
car.
repertoire.
In your repertoire for the car.
You know, people do carry that stuff. Like when you go on the hot rod tour, you go on one of the excursions, you keep a little box or a little tool kit for safety and other things. Keep a couple of small
just
cans.
in case box.
They make smaller cans of that, pocket size. So
You know,
keep
that's
it with
one of
you.
the nice things about that Corvette. It's got a couple of in-the-floor storage compartments in the back on either side. They're not real big, but you'd be amazed what you can stuff in there.
Rope, duct tape,
All
shovel.
that. Yep. Shovel. You and your shovels.
You got to get rid of the body.
Well, that's kind of what I'm thinking. I was going, make sure you got the shovel, a sheet of plastic,
In case the cat
and
dies
no
on the
witnesses.
road.
And a little bag of lime.
Yeah.
A bag of lime, is that what you call it?
To break down all the things.
You're such you break down things.
Break down things. No, they throw it on dirt for when they make roads and things. They throw lime down.
Yeah. Well, why would you carry a lime around?
You just maybe
Well,
need it. You
if
never
you-
know.
You know,
That's right. If you
the
got a shovel and a bag,
the
roll of
DPS would
plastic.
really be interested in that if they found that in the trunk.
Hey, I'm a construction worker.
Hey, it's for the
Right.
yard. It's for the yard.
It's for the
Flower
yard.
beds.
Yeah, And how about that? The plastic tarpaulin that you got
Yeah,
there.
that too.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
the lime. Keep the stink down after you get it, whatever it is that you're burying buried. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. Psycho.
Of course, over there, you get over there where I'm at, there's swamps. You just kind of take your flat bottom boat and kind
Let
of
the gators take care of it.
We've actually. I don't know if I've ever been to Nederland or Nederville.
Well, you got
as
close. I know you've been to Beaumont.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, well, you're
been down
close.
to Winnie and all of that area over there, kind of in your.
I
neck
think we
of the
should do
woods.
remote from your place.
Well, I'm thinking the Tailpipes and Tacos has talked about doing one from Beaumont.
Yeah.
No, we're talking about your house.
Oh, my house. You
we
wanna do
want to
that?
see where you live, Mars. We want to see how slow that internet really is.
Well, you got to
Oh, no,
bring lime,
I got fiber now.
Ooh.
and you got to bring lime.
That's right. You bring your own shovel and lime.
What is it? They say you can, if you want to get rid of something, get rid of it, and then put some endangered plants around it because they'll never be.
We'll be
discovered.
digging 'em up.
There you go.
Okay, enough of this. This is hurting my brain now. Hey, if you'd like to get in touch with us, shoot us an email. The address is info@inwheeltime.com. We're going to be back after this quick break.
The Tex-Mex dining experience is defined by Lupi Tortilla, your destination for Texas's best beef fajitas and frozen margaritas. Since 1983, Lupi Tortilla has served authentic and time-tested recipes made with the freshest ingredients. Atmosphere is part of the award-winning experience at Lupi Tortilla, all developed in a little house near Highway 6 and I-10 in West Houston. Visit any of the Lupi Tortillas and you'll see the same attention to detail in each and every location. Start your Lupi experience with queso flammeado and guacamole, along with a classic frozen margarita. Dine on famous loopy beef and chicken fajitas, or pepper shrimp brochette, or a fish or vegetarian entree, and finish with a scrumptious flan for dessert. Find Loopy Tortilla in Houston, College Station, Beaumont, Austin, San Antonio, and Dallas-Fort Worth. There's a Texas location near you. The recipes are authentic and time-tested. The ingredients always fresh. Loopy Tortilla, he's pretty good. The rescheduled Gulf Coast Auto Shield Car Social is happening Saturday, January 11th, and you're invited. Bring your car, truck, or SUV, meet other enthusiasts, and find out what it'll take to get your car looking show-worthy again. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is your one-stop shop for paint detailing, coatings, window tint, clear bras, camera installs, and wheel repair. The Car Social is your opportunity to get a tour of this state-of-the-art facility located at 11275 South Sam Houston Parkway, just south of the Southwest Freeway. Join the Car Social Saturday, January 11th, 9 to noon. Talk to other owners and see how good your car can look on the upcoming Hot Rod Tour of Texas. Put it on your calendar, the Gulf Coast Auto Shield Car Social, Saturday, January 11th, 9 to noon at 11275 South Sam Houston Parkway, just south of the Southwest Freeway. The N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show will be there too. We hope to see you then.
Hey, thanks for joining us today on the N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show. Time now for Jeff's feature of the week.
There we go.
Pininfarina GT and Enigma.
Here you go. So what's going on here is it is an Enigma. This vehicle measures 14.8 feet long. It's 6.4 feet wide, 4 feet tall, and it is the Enigma GT. Standout features lie in its wheelbase. Just the wheelbase alone is 10 feet. It's the 2+2 interior with hydrogen fuel internal combustion engine, nestled in a central rear area, enhancing aerodynamics. Paired with an electric motor up front, this prototype boosts all-wheel drive traction for a sporty ride. But what it really catches is your eye. It's the unique cabin entry. While it may look like your standard scissor door setup, the entire roof lifts, offering an
and half the hood
panoramic view for occupants. The Pininfarina hasn't revealed a new car. It has revealed everything. Check that out. The Italian coach builder with long list of chassis in their classic designs. The new entry is contemporary. It's a GT capable of blending unique characteristics. The dash and windscreen all lift as one, and once on board, you'll spot the OLED screen and aerodynamically inspired dash. Sustainable material choices augment the reality in the windscreen. There's lots of AI, of course, and lots of driver assistance, proving necessary considering the unique characteristics of the powertrain. The 2.5-liter V6 engine on board powered here not by petrol, but by hydrogen. Mike, the petrol is gas in your end. I'll just let you know.
Thank you.
The engine alone kicks out 435 horsepower and has but one job, the power the rear axle only. So you're only going to get the power from the engine, ICE engine, to the back. Powering the front axle is a 200 horsepower electric motor powered by a 10 kilowatt battery, which together gives the new Enigma, that's right, all-wheel drive, because that's what you want in it. It also features the lower the height of the bonnet, which is the front area of the vehicle, because the e-motors are smaller than the engine and thus the car with the optimum aerodynamic coefficient. So it's not too massive. The long wheelbase, the truth is fraction bigger than the BMW 3 Series, which should give you an idea of the size. It's not too heavy. The concept weighing in at around 3,726 pounds. So lots of expectation atop the streamlined physique. On one hand, it nods to the reimagined kind of car we all want to rediscover. We talked about that for auto shows. That's where this should be. So there you go. It's a very cool car. Hopefully they'll build it someday. I'm excited.
They ain't going to build it.
No, but it's something.
But it sure is
Pipe
nice
dream.
to look at.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, time now on the N-Wheel Time Car Talk Show for this hour's car review. Mr. Mars driving the Buick Envista.
Woohoo! Everybody pay attention. This is going to be
pay
good.
attention. This is the 2025 Buick Envista. Comes in 3 trim levels. It comes in the Preferred, the Sport Touring, and the Avenir.
Avenir.
And we were driving the Sport Touring. Now, all trim levels are front-wheel drive. All-wheel drive is not available in this vehicle. Now, it's classified as a small station wagon. Now, in marketing terms, that's called a small SUV. Now, it seats 5 people. It's It's sculpted. It's kind of a sculpted car. Almost. It's one of those. It's not really a hatchback. It's not really a liftback. It's got a very sloped back to it. So, but the passenger area, the front passengers in particular, it's very tall. It's got a lot of headroom in it. So it's kind of a tall car in that regard. It's got a great body color, the one we happen to be driving. The door handles were body color. It's got black trim all the way around it. It's got the thin design LED headlighting up front, daytime running lights, tail lights, turn, all LEDs. Now, it does have a manual lift gate on it. So that was kind of different concerning the things that we've been driving, but it's no big deal. And it does have the new logo up front. A lot of people noticed that. I'm not really sure why. It's basically the same one. They changed the coloring, but a lot of people really noticed that. We had the 18-inch black aluminum wheels, so it was a nice contrast.
The Tri-Shield logo.
Yes. One thing I did notice, I wanted to notice that on we were rolling, like I say, the 18-inch black aluminum wheels. The Monroney said we had a compact spare wheel, and we had a compact spare tire. Two different listings on the sheet. I'm not sure why.
A tire and a wheel.
And a wheel.
My
Had both
God,
of them.
I bet you they go together.
Well,
you think?
I don't know. But it was kind of unusual to read
No,
that.
they're separate. Here's both of them. Put them
You can
together.
buy one or the other when you buy the car.
That's it. Okay.
Had the leatherette seating trim. We had the optional front seats were heated. The rear seat is a 60/40 folding that folds down. The monitor that goes across the dash, it's actually two, but the way they've got it set up, it looks like one 19-inch screen across there. It's an 11-inch touchscreen that's got all your nav, your convenience controls, your infotainment system, but the driver out of that has an 8-inch driver information center right in front of him, but it kind of rolls together across the dash to look like one big one. The other thing I noticed about in the technology, it is Bluetooth, Apple CarPlay, Android, but the Bluetooth will connect two devices on Bluetooth. A lot of cars won't do that. So it's, you got your one, that's it. This one will do two. And it's got front USBs, rear USB charging only. One thing I liked about this particular thing, a lot of cars, particularly the last two EVs I've been driving, when I got out of it, I came back to it, I had to log back in my phone, log back into Apple CarPlay. This one, I got in, it found it. It's still in my pocket. I hadn't done anything. Hadn't even backed out of the driveway, and it found it. And I thought that was very intuitive on the part of the system. Under the hood, we had a 1.2
You're smart, Mike.
liter turbo 3-cylinder, 137 horsepower, 162 pound-feet of torque, backed by a 6-speed automatic transmission. Now, this vehicle only weighs 3,060 pounds. EPA says you should get 28 miles to the gallon in the city. EPA
Nice.
32. Combined 30. Now, I drove 307.5 miles, and I got 30 miles per gallon average across that.
Nice.
It was really, and there was highway miles included. Now, I thought, to me, it had sportier handling than what you might expect from a Buick. It's not a race car by any means, but you could drive it around curves pretty good. Felt like you were really driving something.
Yep.
It's relatively quiet out on the road, even with a 3-cylinder that's got its own little noise to it, but it's nothing you can't live with. Just talk to somebody and everything's all good. So, but
Here's what the motor sounds like.
Hey, don't be dissing
not
it.
quite like that.
Yeah. Come on.
But all in all, I was very happy to be driving this vehicle. It was
I'm
very
glad you were
pleasant to
happy.
drive. Now, the base model on this is $23,700.
That's amazing.
Base trim price is $24,700. Now, as tested, $27,780.
Still nice.
Now, this includes a 6-year, 70,000-mile roadside assistance warranty and 1 year of free maintenance on that thing. Now, you're looking for something to compare it to. Chevrolet Trax starts at about $20,400. Mazda CX-30, $24,995. Kia Soul at $22,990. But the things that you're going to find in this vehicle, the little bit of technology that it's got, the way it works, the way it drives, I was really impressed with this vehicle. In fact, I showed it to two of my kids, my daughter and one of her granddaughters. When you get ready to buy a new car, you need to look at something like this for this price. Don't be out here looking at $50,000 cars straight out of college.
Yeah, because Daddy's going to buy that.
Yeah.
Or Grandpa.
Somebody. But I thought, I could see this being something that somebody coming out of college, a family just getting started, this would be a car you could buy. You could afford to buy it, make the payments, and you're going to get a nice vehicle out of it. It's got that Buick level of quality that in an SUV or a station wagon, excuse me, as your government calls it.
I love mine.
That's my review of the Buick Envista.
Thank you.
Look at it. Check it out.
All right, we're going to do that.
Mine's the Envision.
Today's In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show is sponsored by Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex, Gulf Coast Auto Shield, and Pro-Am Auto Accessories. The In-Wheel Time Car Talk Show continues after this.
Pro-Am Auto Accessories has been serving Houston's auto enthusiasts since 1984, providing world-class products for sports cars, European sedans, and American muscle. Pro-Am is known as the place to go to find exclusive and hard-to-find parts and accessories. Pro-Am is one of the very first distributors in the USA for brands such as Recaro, Redline, Momo, Corbo, and Simpson. Located in the heart of Houston's premier retail and service corridor, the Galleria area, Pro-Am's walk-in storefront includes an 8,000-square-foot warehouse, showroom, and installation bays. Pro-Am not only sells parts and accessories, but also offers installation and service. Pro-Am is now reaching a worldwide audience through Pro-Am.com, taking its local reputation to the rest of the world. At Pro-Am Auto, you'll be dealing with a small group of professionals who truly want to help you with your automotive needs. If you don't see what you're looking for on the website, call and Pro-Am will lend you a hand. Pro-Am Auto, 6125 Richmond at Green Ridge in Houston's Galleria area. Call them at 713-781-7755.
From the open roads to the open waters, your adventure starts at the Houston Automotive Show at NRG Center. One ticket, two shows. Check out top cars, trucks, sport boats, fishing boats, and more. New designs, new technology, and everything in between. Spectacular experiences, amazing fun. There's something for everyone. Get your friends, get your family, and get your tickets now. The Houston Automotive Show, making waves and fueling adventures.
That's it for this podcast episode of the In-Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday morning on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeart Podcast, Podcast Addict, TuneIn, Pandora, and Amazon Music. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.